Test. Cool. See if this works. There we go. It's illegal. Doing a little bit of test. Test. Cool. All right. Trying to get set up. How you doing tonight, buddy? What's up, Mr. Kaiser? How are y'all? Finding time? Yeah, I need to find loads of time. I feel the same way, brother. I feel the same way. I might laugh when I say that, but boy, do I feel the same way. I'm going to give it a couple minutes, let people join, and then go down this process a little bit. Plan is to spend some time at Bathurst. Let's see if we can find some time tonight. It's going to be a tough one. I don't think I'm bad at Bathurst. I just think I could get way better. And I feel like I am fundamentally missing some things over the top of the mountain. So tonight, I'd like to try to work on that a little bit. Hell yeah, brother. What's up, Bama Dan? Yeah. Little bit of early practice. So pocket. I mean, it's wild. I love that you guys just show up. Crazy. I love it. I drove some Bathurst today. I am slow. Well, maybe my process can help a little bit. I don't know. Let's go find out together. Let's see. What else do I need to do here? Yeah, I've done a couple laps over the last, looks like 4 days. And I mean, I'm all over the place. I've had a 2016. I've had a 2044. I've had a 2038. Those are the best laps in each of the 3 sessions I've done so far. So we're all over the place. Holy hell. Garage 61 have some issues, maybe? What's up, Russell? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I thought that lap was crazy. That was probably the best lap I've ever had there. My guess is the conditions were basically perfect, but I don't know. I don't even remember the lap. I don't know if it was like draft. I actually don't remember. I'm looking at it now, and maybe make sure I added the chat to this. I sure did. Perfect. So yeah, I mean, this was the lap. This was from, when was this? Oh, like, wait, what? November? No. Am I blind? 2 days ago. 24th. Okay. So whatever. 2 days ago. 4th lap, medium downforce sprint setup. So just, not fixed, but yeah, iRacing setup. What is time? Honestly. So yeah, this was a really good lap. This is definitely probably the best lap I've ever done here. I can't imagine I've done anything better. I wish there was an easy way to find that. Records. What do they call this place? The Mount of Panorama? Yeah, 2016. At least in this car, that's the fastest I've ever gone. Let's see where that stands in relation to other people. This season. Let's see. I do appreciate Garage 61, but could be better. New analysis. Let's go add a lap. So for people that have been driving in this, which can't be too many people, it's the 41st lap. And if you start tightening it up a little bit, you know, I had 36 liters in the tank. Start paying attention to temperatures and stuff like that. It's definitely faster, but it's hard because not a lot of people have been running this yet. So yeah, as soon as you know, Bathurst comes around, it's gonna be a lot of people running laps. So I'll need to find some time, but anyway, I'm gonna try to go through the process that I tend to go through when I'm trying to find time, and maybe go through that with you guys. Maybe you'll find that interesting. I don't really know. But you know, I sat down and I thought, well, I'm gonna run some Bathurst laps. I wasn't gonna stream, and I was like, I'll stream tomorrow. Especially after last night, I was so frustrated. But then I was like, well, if I'm doing laps, maybe somebody will find this useful. So let's do this together. So it's a challenge to go through and find, you know, find something to compare it to, just because the conditions are so, you know, specific. I think what I'll do is I'll try to emulate, and we're just going to go Porsche for now because at least I know the car. I don't think that's going to be the car for Bathurst. I get the feeling we're going to pick something else, but we can at least start there. I think at the end of the day, picking a car you know is really important for this kind of stuff. And so we'll just start with that. So let's see. In-sim date was November 15th. That's weird. This must have been in a hosted that I did. I certainly wouldn't have done this. Let's see, 15th, 15th. 5:52 in the morning. I'm assuming that's what that means. Interesting. Let's just see what that looks like. Seems aggressive. 5:52. We'll run with it. Oh man, how can I emulate these freaking conditions? That's going to be tough. So moderately low usage. I don't even really know what that means. It's not clean. So maybe we go with like 20% and see what it generates. So Mr. Hughes, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe I should do that. Hmm. You know what? Maybe that's a good call. Oh shit, I can't get the PDF without killing that. That is one thing that they need to figure out. I can't I have to open the web UI to download the schedule because if I get rid of this modal, it's gonna mess me up. That's a good point. So I guess if that's true, I could actually just start it from there. So let's see, it would be sprint. We'll go to the schedule, mount panorama, test drive. So hopefully maybe we could do it this way and try to find some consistency. I still think we start with 0%, so we'll leave that. It'll be clean, which means it'll be fast. But yeah, February 21st, noon. That's fascinating. The track should be kind of warm. Their February is our summer, like end of summer, I guess, for them. Noon is going to be toasty. So we'll see what kind of track temps we get here. Humidity is pretty decent. Cloud cover, no rain. Hail, no, we don't want no rain. All right, let's just roll with this. So didn't touch anything except track state's going to start at 0. And then we'll load this sucker up. One thing I'm going to do is we're going to watch a video. I'm going to try to take you through what I would be doing if I was, you know, really like, I'm really trying to basically pretend like you guys are not here. I'm sorry. I don't mean that personally, but I'm going to kind of pretend like you're not here more or less. And I'm just going to like verbally go through what I do when I'm trying to find time at a track. And to be fair, I haven't done this very much recently, and I don't know whether it's because I've gotten lazy or we've just been at places I'm more confident in, or I don't know, maybe I just don't give a shit. I don't really know. I think the first question, and certainly we'll get into this, but I think the first question I'm going to have here is, what do we do with respect to the setup? That I don't really know. So Bathurst testing, Porsche, duh. Using Bathurst race from season 1 schedule, not touching conditions, setting track state to 0%. Okay, let's see what this thing started us off with. So kind of like, I guess we'll just do this like session 1. We'll go 127, 26, 34.4C. That'll help. Give us a baseline place to start with. I guess I don't know what to do with setup. What do you guys think? I mean, should I pick? Shit, I know I said I was going to ignore you. Sorry. I need your help. Should I just run with like the medium downforce setting? Maybe click it up a wang or two, or should we roll with the grid and go setup that I have from last season? I think that might be smart, right? Also, don't know why it thinks I have OneDrive installed. I'm pretty sure I uninstalled that shit. Matter of fact, let me make a little note in my to-do list. Kill OneDrive. Got it. Perfect. I'll do that tomorrow. What do you think, man? Been running medium endurance as the base. That's a good point too. So when I was running those laps, I was doing 50 liters, which I think I am gonna stick with 50 liters. It's like and maybe this is wrong, you know, but I think this is very personal. I don't really think there's a right or a wrong. One thing that I would recommend, if you're practicing for some of these endurance races and you're kind of feeling a little shitty about your pace, I think it's perfectly acceptable, especially if you've been practicing with 100 liters or whatever the full tank is for your car. I think it's perfectly acceptable. Click that thing down to 50, you know? Let's build you up a little bit. Let's give you a little bit of confidence. I think it's really easy to be doing some of these sessions and see, let's see, for some really fast lap times and be like, shit, why am I like a second off? I mean, these guys are so fast, and then not realize, well, they're on 13 liters and you're on 97, you know? So let's run it at 50. Try to build some confidence and go from there. I think I'm going to start with, I think I'm just going to run with the setup from last season. Let's see what the wing actually is there. So what week was this? Where are you? I saw it the other day. Did I lose it already? Barcelona, Mexico. WTF, Mike? Sebring, Mexico again. The Nords. God, can't wait for that to come back around. All right, Bathurst. So it was week 10, season 4. GT Sprint was at Bathurst. So we'll go with just the race setup. So it's got 9 degrees of wing. That is fascinating. That's really fascinating. I'm surprised it's not more. So just for context, in the Porsche, 12.7 is the max wing. 9.7 is what they've got in here. The lowest is 5.7. So it's pretty firmly in the middle. Why did you fail? WTF, Mike? Oh, toe in. Hold on. Let me do this again. Oh, what was it? Week 10? Yeah, week 10. I got to remember that so it's easy to find the setup later. Whew. All right, cool. Low downforce for funsies. Whole shit. I want to make this productive. All right, so setup's loaded. We understand track temp. It's going to change a little bit. That'd be nice to be able to see that. Already down a degree, so I don't know. Maybe I'll play with that as we go. But let's go find a Bathurst track guide. And I'm not really sure. These are interesting. I don't know if you guys have watched these Hymo setups or these Hymo track guides. They are pretty useful. I like that they're quick. And Dory. I don't know if you guys remember this dude, but he used to make some pretty good stuff back in the day. All right, I guess let's run with this Hymo real quick. It's probably going to be aggressively loud, so let's go low on it. You know, with IMSA doing live fuel, like whack, so that would be nice. That would actually be really nice. We've been talking about how to do that. I think JRT gives you the ability to like open a web server on one of your machines if you have multiple people using JRT, and then passing that data back and forth in an endurance race. So yeah, I think it's something we've been looking into. All right, so just for context, I think the biggest like places where I have issues is at when you crest the mountain, that little, you know, little shimmy as you start going down the mountain, and then at the dipper. I think those are the two biggest issues that I have. I would also say probably, I don't know, what do they call these? Solman Park Griffin's Mount, like 6, 7, 8, 9. I get a little like, I don't see how people are going flat through there. Not really sure, but let's see if we can learn. So after 100, that's actually interesting. I've been braking more at like 75. Okay, I was going to say, are they going to talk about the camber? Good to know. Good to know. Should have made up water. Where is the 100? I mean, they're going way deeper. That sucks. I wish. Oh God, how much time passed? I wish this was more of a, like an iRacing replay, so I could actually see really where they were. Alright, now here's the part. There's no way they go through here flat. How is that possible? I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Alright. So that's good. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but here, as they kind of go through this section, they never really get like hard on the accelerator, so they don't have to like hit the brakes really hard. I think that's an issue that I have. They're pretty low here. Little, I mean, that was maybe 30 or 40%. Let's go all the way back through here. So it's like being really easy on that, like just kind of letting it roll through this last right-hander. Yeah. So I'm being way too aggressive. As I look at this, I'm being way too aggressive. I'm like hitting the gas right here, and then I have to like hit the brake, so it just completely compromises all that. They're letting off really early. Where do they let off? Okay. I mean, those are definitely the two biggest spots for me, like unquestionably. And watching this, it feels like they're going so slow through there, but obviously it works. Third gear. That's interesting. Definitely braking earlier than I am. Track temp's already dropped 2 degrees. Do they show? They don't show the weather. I don't understand how they go through there without lifting. Even that is barely lifting. It looks so easy. It looks so easy. Holy shit. It's not that easy. This I know. I know it's a different car, but I think I do need to try staying in third right there. This track must be pretty hot if he's doing a 203. Where's the fuel? Fuel used 92. So I'm guessing this is the very end of a stint. It's like laps remain 8. That doesn't seem right. Tires are scorching hot. Interesting. All right. Let's take a gander. So what else do I need to do? Set this up. It would be nice to have... Oh, where is the active reset stuff at? All right. I wish I had some buttons on my wheel to do this with. Unfortunately, I really do not. So I think what I'll do is I'll say, I'll just use my arrow keys. Then that way I can just easily hit that as we go. How you guys been doing today, man? Everybody have a nice day? Chilling on this beautiful Tuesday? I took the truck out today, went through the neighborhood a little bit. My wife has to go to work tomorrow, so I'm trying to take her around to give her a little bit of confidence that she's going to be all right. But man, the snow wasn't so bad. The ice is a bitch. I was surprised. I was surprised how bad the ice is out there right now. I don't actually know. I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of like maybe 5 inches or so. So not much, but it was the ice. We probably had, I don't know, 2 inches of ice. Like right now, I can't walk in my front yard and even break through the ice into the snow. I'm literally just walking on top of the snow and the ice. I just want to make sure that this thing works. That's clear. Didn't work. Oh, it did. Okay. I want to make sure my active reset is working before I go in there. The ice sucks. We don't have the infrastructure for it. Oh, yeah. We don't even have the infrastructure for snow. Forget ice. Dang it.
You've got wheel damage. We got damage on the front end.
Guessing the damage is gone. Oh, not now. Okay. Get it together. Yeah. For us, it's the roads are clear, it's just the neighborhoods are really bad. Neighborhoods are really bad right now. I'm assuming...
No damage.
Okay. That's not getting me my actual point. I just want to make sure that I can have some set. So as I warm these tires up, I'll have some reference points. Alright, so let's just do like 2 laps, and then maybe I'll start doing active resets. Try to get some kind of marker down. And then see if we can find a little bit of time. I do wish I had some targets. Unfortunately, I kind of don't. Just keep setting these markers. I'm not even gonna try this yet. How they're doing. I don't get it. Yeah, I was breaking through a lot of ice today on my son's truck. The other two, our 2 vehicles were clear. My other child's vehicle was in the garage because he has like a little Accord. So, yeah, I basically tried to get my son's truck cleared off, and I mean, I literally pulled 1 full sheet of ice with, you know, a couple inches of snow stuck to the bottom of it off the top of his truck. It was crazy. Ah, it's too late for me now. I gotta find a good active reset point.
4.451.
This will be my last hot lap. We'll get to it. Or not hot lap, but prep lap. Actually, I don't want to do it in the middle, or like right as I'm about to shift. The thing that I've been thinking while driving laps here the last couple days, I just feel like there's some kind of like cadence off for me across the mountain. And watching that video, I kind of see a little bit where I was going wrong. See if we can fix it. That feels so much better than what I've been doing. So much better. I have no idea if it's quick, but man, it feels better. Alright, so this is the second hot lap. Maybe we'll do one more. Still gonna use this as a point. Shake and bake! What's up, Greg? Alright, that's a good one. Alright.
3.653. New fast flat for you.
I would think I'm still preparing tires here. I mean, should be the next lap that would be my fastest, I would think. Slowed down a little too much there. So yeah, the point of tonight, guys, is...
No damage. Car looks clean.
The point of tonight is to just kind of walk, really do some testing for myself, trying to learn how to get a little faster at this racetrack, and take you guys along for the ride, show you what I do to prep. So we just went through and watched a video, learned a couple things, trying to now implement said things. I should have done a lap first. I don't think I can go any faster. Alright, so I will set an active reset point here as we get through these last couple. Alright, that's our reset point. Let's see if we can just throw one down, because now I can just reset. It should have pretty warm tires. Okay, easy fella. Not good, but we'll roll with it. I really need to see if I can keep it hammered down to that long series of lefts. Much better than the last lap there. Didn't bog down too much. I think I need to brake a little earlier right there. They say you can go through here flat. Okay, they're right. Holy shit. Alright, that was bad. Ooh-wee. Shit, man, I feel like I just found a fucking ton of time. Turn one was terrible. Alright, man, this might be a short video. I feel so much more confident going through those two sections. I don't know, man. It's not that simple. I know that. Go a lot harder there. Crazy.
2.561. New fast flat for you.
All right, so we can beat it. 2025. Not great, but not as bad as the last one. Turn one, that is. Was I just not turning the wheel hard enough or something? In the sector up here where I just keep lifting like a wimp? That was better. I could just have to be more accepting of the fact I'm going up a freaking mountain and I don't have to brake that hard. Not good. Better. Ooh. Can you imagine doing this for real? At this racetrack in particular? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, so this is definitely not the lap, but still damn good. I think. I need some comparisons. Nice thing is now that I've got the reference lap in, I should just be able to like go hit the button. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright. Can I get out of the car and do that? Does anybody know? Can I get out of the car and do the hit the button? Nick, yeah, me too, brother. Holy shit. Maybe I'll just leave it like it is for fear that I might not be able to hit that button. All right, let's... Okay. So I cannot get out of the car? That's actually really good to know. I want to go analyze some laps. Oh shit, I can't analyze the laps though until I get out of the car. Because it's not going to update. Can you send the data? Rog61, please? Damn, I didn't even think about this. We have a race condition, boys. Yeah, that makes sense. I need something to compare that lap to, though. Huh. Well, let's see. I did that with about 30 some odd liters. I don't know what to do with that then. All right, 30. I believe there's another way. Sorry, Mom. At 2 minute flat, it's fucking flying. 18-degree track. Okay, my track's twice as hot, so I guess we won't look at that. 21, 22. Anybody in the 30s, or is just me? Here we go. 30. Close enough. Wind, not that big a deal. Humidity, pretty similar. Max usage, though, that's different. Well, I also can't compare it. 39 liters. So we're similar in that front. 2012. Also 5600. Anybody else? 18, 18, 18. Y'all, okay, you can't see. Sorry. 24 liters. I'm sorry, degrees. There's like nobody else. I mean, hell, I did mine. The track was 21. There's nobody else in the 30s for track temp. 31. Close. 13 liters left. 2.18. So, all right, I'm in a decent spot. I don't really know what to do. I guess I can run some laps and see if I can improve on what I just did, but it would be really nice to be able to like compare telemetry. Like, where am I losing the time? You know what I mean? All right. I guess I should do a couple more laps before I kill this reset point. I don't think I've ever used... It's terrible. I think I need to be a little bit more confident getting to the throttle there. Like, you want to use that camber, but you don't want to hit the curb, I'm guessing. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the purpose of the camber, right? Didn't do a very good job of that. All right, a little earlier here. It just doesn't feel like you should be able to do that. I'm lifting a very little bit. I guess I shouldn't be. This is practice, and I've got a reset point. Yeah, Greg, Bathurst. God, I love this place, man. Need to find more time. I think a 202 is okay. I remember old lap times, like old tire model. I was in like the 204s or something. So it's hard to compare these days because you don't know what's good or what's bad or what. Alright, what's that?
2.747. Car looks fine.
Oh,
no damage to
wrong one.
report.
Yeah, I think a lot of muscle memory. iTelemetry app might work. I've seen that. I need to investigate that a little bit more. I've never really dug into it. Gotta get on the throttle faster. You don't realize how steep tenth. Holy shit, there's no... No margin for error is what I was about to say. Yeah, iRace Plan or Stint Planner was one I think we looked at. I don't know. I like my spreadsheets. I honestly do. I say I didn't make it, but you know, my spreadsheets, like the concept of using a spreadsheet. I've thought about this, like, you know, the stint planner. I forget the name of it, but the one that looks really good. It's like, I don't know where he hosts this thing. Like, that was dog shit. If it goes down in the middle of Daytona 24, we're screwed, you know? I know Google Sheets isn't going down. I'd like to play with it a little bit though. I did read that this, for Daytona 24 this year, people had issues with that stint planning website and the iTelemetry app not responding. Like, I don't know, a lot of traffic, one huge day. I mean, granted, that's probably only relevant for Daytona 24, but it would be really bad if you planned your whole race and you couldn't see who's in the car next because they were having issues that day, you know? And if iRacing's having issues, the first thing they're going to kill are any external APIs that they don't absolutely need to get their servers working as they should be, you know? Am I going there a little too shallow? All of a sudden? I mean, the spreadsheets kind of suck. Like, it would be so much better if we had like a mobile, you know, a nice mobile first experience. You could just pop your phone open and see where you are on the stint sheet and all that. It would be great. I've even thought about making something like that for my team, but it's kind of like, I guess this stuff already exists for the most part. Oh my god, dude, it can be so overwhelming, yeah. I'm more of an old hat. I guess that's why I'm cool with my spreadsheets. Alright, that was better.
2.473. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
No, this is practice for the upcoming 12-hour special event in a few weeks. I just keep putting on my calendar, or on my to-do list. Every year I put this on my list, like, get better at Bathurst, get better at the Nordschleife. And I don't sit down and like do the focused practice to see that through. And I'm like, why? You know, if you're gonna put it on your to-do list, let's fucking do it, right? So here we are, trying to get better. I think you're not lifting early enough and getting on the power later on the second part of the bump. Butchered that corner thinking about that question. It's a ways from now. It's like 3 or 4 weeks. But yeah, I've got some time for sure, but I don't know, I just kind of just wanted to be honest. After last night, I was pretty dejected. Thought, well, this could be a good way to spend some time. Holy shit. Damn, that's the best I've ever gotten out of that. That's for damn sure. Good grief. Yeah, I think the race is like February 20th-ish? I don't remember. It's something like that. 21st, 22nd, something in that range. I'm going to stop here in a second. Mike, I want to hear what you said. If you wouldn't mind saying it again, I'm going to read it as soon as I finish this lap. See what you were trying to articulate. Oh, get through there better. That was like a 10th and a half there. Damn it. All right, so that's what you say. I think you're not lifting early enough and getting on the power later on the second party over the hump. Second part, I know you don't mean party. Second part over the hump? So you're talking about over like the cresting the oh, the part after where you thought you couldn't go flat. Oh. I think I know what I wish I could hit the escape button to let's actually, you know what we do have to? We have tools we can use. Let's use these tools. You're talking about here, right? This not here. But this one right here. To get that little hump, it's weird. Like, I don't know what to do here. Yeah, is that what we're talking about? Okay. Because it's like, there's a hump, and I feel like I've been going too early. And so then it like, I'm too shallow. And so it forces me out wide. You know what I mean? So what I do is I lift a little bit to get over the hump, and then try to like set the car and then get on the power to turn left. And I feel like I've done it multiple ways, like not necessarily tonight, but like historically, I will lift a little early, but then start turning in before we get over the crest versus like, well, maybe I should wait until I get slightly over the crest and then turn a little later. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure. I guess I should watch the next 5 seconds and find out how to do it. Let's do it. Okay, so he started a little earlier too. Interesting. Two sides to the wall. Lift this should go over the curb, build it up. Because it's like, you don't see it here. I can... Literally watching this, I can feel the car losing like the sense of weight in your hands, right? Because that's what happens. You're flying, you go over this curve, you kind of feel the car, you know, do this. And you're like, I just want to wait until I feel the weight land and then let's get it. You know what I mean? What's up, Wade? Yeah, exactly. Lift a little earlier, get on the power faster. Last time I did it was pretty much perfect. I wish I could remember what I did. The curve on the right is the lift point. Oh, okay. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. That's actually great. That's great. I'm glad you pointed that out. So as soon as you go over the curb, lift. He's lifting maybe like 40%. Ish. Maybe about 50%. So, like, basically, the second he starts to lift, as soon as the curb starts, he starts turning. Which is just a bitch, man. I mean, you're kind of... It's such a scary corner. Because you don't want to hit this too much, because you're afraid it's going to bounce you to the right, and you do that, you're in big trouble. If you guys notice, most of the people that die... See how he barely even touches that curb? Most of the people that are going to die in your race, in the Bathurst 12, they're going to die on this curb. Like, it's going to happen... so many times. So if you can avoid this bad boy and getting off into this stuff, you're gonna be all right. All right, cool, brother. Love the insight. Thank you for pointing that out. See if we can apply or get a little better here. Doesn't necessarily apply to section. One big key that's helped me recently is prioritizing exit speeds over entry. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a fine line, right? Like, that's always true, yes, but you still need to do good with your entry speeds. You know, like there's a point where that starts to matter a lot too. Unfortunately, it seems to matter too much for me. All right, see if we can learn. Let's learn. A little lethargic there. Good exit though. We'll take it. Yeah, I mean, it's true everywhere, right? Like, exits are always super important. You just need to find a way to balance the two. Take advantage of the terrain there. Terrain? Yeah, I don't know, words, whatever those mean. Hit that curb too much. Ah, it's just going too hot.
No damage. Car looks clean.
I keep hitting that one. I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting my damage button, thinking it's my like reset. God damn it. Oh, so good, so good. I'll read that in a second, Wade. Yes, definitely true. Definitely true. Hey man, we're all learning together, brother. You have your opinions based on your experiences, and you know, as you continue to do it, you're gonna continue to form those, and I think that's how it works, man. It's like a continuous improvement experience for everybody. I have the same situation. Stop hitting that thing. Ooh-wee. Up 2.5 tenths. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. It's true. I mean, it's true, you know? Yeah, that lap felt quite good so far. So we can finish it properly. Damn, 4 tenths.
2.014. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Feel like I need to take a bow for that one. Now, the track is getting faster. The temps are definitely going down. So maybe we're cheating, but it's not my fault. Oh, all right, that was a good one. 2020. Damn, yeah, that was a lot of improvement. And it just felt super clean. Super clean. I didn't make a lot of mistakes there. Yeah, we were just looking at that, Wade. I was just using the Hymo video for this track. Nature be doing nature. True. I also found it interesting today. I loaded this track up earlier in a hosted session, and the performance was like way better than what I've been experiencing lately. Didn't handle terrain very well there. And also noticed for the first time, I was like, man, Bathurst really does look a lot better. I remember when I looked at it the first time, like when the build came out, I was like, I mean, I can see a little difference. Doesn't feel crazy different to me. And I don't know if it was the weather, like the lighting. I don't know what it was. Ah, fuck. Too late. But it looked completely, like, so much better. Downshifted there way too late. Or too early, rather. I don't know that it does. Because, I mean, the temperature seems to be going down.
The car looks fine. No damage to report.
This track temp right now is 27. When I first went out, it was like 33. Yeah, it is amazing that they do that. Those are quite nice. You got to think that that certainly helps build their brand. Helps build the brand, sells a lot of setups, I'm sure. Shit. Woo-wee. Losing time. Still 2/10 up. I mean, it's just smart. I mean, to create a YouTube brand like that, put some content out, I'm sure that's a nice lead gen tool. Three tenths up. Come on. 201.
1.668. New fast flat for you.
Getting faster. I feel so much more comfortable. It's actually crazy. The nice thing is that going into this, I think that this is actually really important. I knew where I was off. You know what I mean? I didn't walk into this like, I don't know where to find the time. Like, I knew where my issues were. So being able to go through, look at that HIMO video, really hone in on those two main areas, get a sense of like where my cadence was off, you know, being on the throttle, being on the brake, whatever. That helps tremendously. And then Mike pointing out that one spot where I was just not doing it right. And then being able to go back through, again, look at the video, try to find a couple of reference points for it. I mean, holy shit, massive game changer. So going through, what is that, 8 and 9 flat out, crazy. Going through 10, like figuring out the right line through 10, the right lift point, massive help. Kind of going through the S's and not being a complete buffoon, critical. And then man the dipper. I think there's still more to find in like the turn, that little sharp right-hander right before the dipper is definitely more to find there. But let's keep ripping. Let's keep ripping. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, I am well, now it's 29 degrees. That's funny. Let's see how that affects. Laps. A little too much speed in the elbow. Having to wait a little longer to get on the throttle. Yeah, definitely could be the problem. I could see that. Let's find out. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. think this just shows you how valuable the active reset feature is. Now the dragon we're gonna need to slay next is Nord's. I don't know how the hell to do that. Oh, I thought I was gonna nail that wall. Definitely got a better exit. I'm not green, but I'm going the right direction. Yeah, I can definitely feel it. Like, I mean, it just feels like a rhythm. I mean, I'm 3/10 off, but it's funny. Still infinitely better than what I was doing earlier today.
2.114.
Too deep. Track's up to 31 now. Yeah, the problem for me with Nords is that track section is all of them. You know what I know what you mean, but it's like it's hard to pin that one down. Rick, what's up, buddy? Oh, shit, I have not. I know what you're talking about. I feel like I look at that and it's like you need a mechanical engineering degree to understand what's going on. But you're right, I just need to break it down into the sections and effectively do the active reset for each section. Alright, see how it feels. Fuck, I was gonna hit that wall. Wheel's broken. Motec. No, it's not Motec, it's shit. Cosworth? Cosworth Pi or something? It should be on the home screen of the iRacing thing. It's always on there. Yeah, that thing. It looks very complicated. I've not tried to figure it out. I should probably at least look at it. Almost 32 degrees now. I feel like the sun's out more than it was 10 minutes ago. You can see the difference. You can actually feel the difference. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do anything else like that. I keep getting annoyed by subscriptions in my life. Like, I had to subscribe to get colors on my wheel. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Are you serious with that? Alright, now I'm just being dumb. I mean, they're cool and all, but like, holy hell. I really have to pay monthly to have colors on my wheel? Jesus. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's called Daniel Newman Racing or whatever. I mean, I respect the guy getting his hustle on, but like, holy shit. Yeah, it's cool, but like, come on, man. No, so it's not through Bavarian. It's through a dude who sells a plugin through SimHub to, like, you know, have wheel profiles, like have your lights flash blue and white when you're in the pits, and have your pit limiter on, flash yellow when there's a yellow flag, stuff like that. Like, it is cool. It is really cool, but it's not worth paying every month for. Not in my opinion. I'm sure, I know lots of people are very happy with it and don't mind and all the things. That's cool, but like, I just don't see how that's an ongoing service. I just want the one profile. I'll pay 10 bucks for it. Leave me alone forever, you know? Alright, I'm screwing up. Ow. God damn. Yippee. I got it free for a year and now I have no choice but to continue the service. Wait, what? No! I lost my active reset point. Jesus, man. My wheel's trying to kill me. Alright, well, active reset point's dead. Oh, alright, so you could definitely... you could definitely see the, you could definitely see the point where, weather comes into play. I don't know, maybe I hit the button. Maybe I hit the wrong one and ended up resetting it. That's probably what happened. I doubt it actually broke or anything. Hate it when that happens. What's up, Zoki? Can you just save the profile and then modify it? I've been messing with that. I've been trying to figure that out. I had it working for a while. So like I like subscribed to it for like 1 month when I first got my wheel, because I really like the like red, white, and blue theme that he has. And so I subscribed for 1 month. I was like, okay, I'll give you $3 till I get that. Totally, that's fine. But I don't want to pay for it every month, you know? So I canceled the subscription and I had my wheel was showing the right colors for like the whole time. I recently reformatted this machine and I thought I had saved the profile, but when I tried to get it back, it just didn't work. So I was like, well, shit. So I went and resubscribed again, just again for 1 month. I'll give you $3. Cool. And then it's been working. I canceled my subscription and it works because it doesn't renew or doesn't, I guess, expire until like early next week or something. So it works, but I've been trying to figure out like, all right, so like, what can I do? Can I like disable the SimHub plugin for his thing? And if I disable the plugin, it doesn't work at all. It just shows like random colors on the wheel. So I'm just sitting here like, brother, I'm not, and it's $3. Like I'm not, for me, I just get to a point where it's like, I'm tired of paying money for things every month. I just am. Like if I get value from it, you know, like I really get value from it, fine. But like wheel colors, like really, I just don't see it. I don't see it. We have subscriptioned the whole world and it drives me crazy. If he was like, you know, every month he was writing code and that stuff was coming over and it was, I was benefiting from new stuff all the time. Like, okay. But like to make, you know, one wheel profile and I have to pay you every month forever for it. It's like, I don't think so. So anyway, I'm probably just going to have a wheel that has blue as for all the buttons. Cause I'm not going to do that. All right. Wish I had my water. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna run upstairs. I think my water's up there, but if it's not, I'm gonna make a water. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see what kind of progress we made. Holy hell, I did that many laps. All right, 2016. All right, let's see. So 27 track, 35 liters. Do some filters here. Hmm. Let's see what we got. Yeah, wait, I feel the same way. It's like the fact that you buy a wheel costs $1,000, and that you have to like go to SimHub to get colors that like look, that work. It's fucking stupid. The nice thing, at least with Q controls, they actually have their own app. So I actually didn't use SimHub until I got this wheel. I just didn't have a use for it. I didn't have base shakers. I didn't have dashboards. I didn't have any of that stuff. So the only reason I even use SimHub is for the colors on the wheel, which is dumb. All right. Okay, well, I can't compare their laps because I guess we're not friends. I don't know. Can I not? That's weird. It's got a horizontal scroll, but it won't let me use it. That is real dumb. All right, UX. Sure, somebody's posted. I'd like to find one. If anybody knows of one, let me know. I'm hopeful that when my little thing expires, it will just continue to work. But something tells me it won't. So it is activated. Did I do something? This is the whole thing. I need to find a way to make this work. I love the red, white, and blue. It's cool. But for some reason, when I'm out of the car, it shows a completely different color palette. It actually shows, not that one. What is it? I don't know. It's more like this. For some reason. When I'm out of the car, it does that. Idle mode, game mode. It's also so confusing. I don't know why lights on your wheel have to be this confusing. So like this is the wheel that, or the color set it's using. This is the profile I had downloaded, which I thought worked, but I don't know, man. It's too confusing. It's just too much going on, in my opinion. I shouldn't have to mess with any of this. It looks cool. It's got like a nice gradient effect. It goes from like blue to white. It gradients through. Cool. I don't know why this is a monthly subscription though. There's other stuff in here. I guess I don't have the fancy thing to get more stuff. I don't get it, man. Anyway. Yeah, I tried to export this, but it's like an export, I think, just for the plugin. Like, not for the wheel, the LED profile. I don't know. I'll have to mess with it another day. But as soon as I get out of the car, it goes back to like a light, looks like a freaking Christmas tree from the 80s. Anywho. I use the GSI free when I modify it. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, at this point, I've got my wheel, so I kind of have to just figure out something that works. I'll do some digging. I hate that I even have to do that, but here we are. All right, let me open this up because I don't think this is going to help me much. Let's go with the track conditions. Give me some more times. Not really. Just get rid of it all, I guess. Give me some laps, something to compare it against. Where am I losing time? These are just so much colder. Just go with this one. Similar fuel, colder temps. Close enough. Private setup. All right, 1 second faster. Holy hell. So literally in turn 1, they gained 2.5 tenths on me. Like, I'm just slowing down way too much. That's crazy. So it's funny, they hit the brakes harder, but they get off of them way quicker. I hold the trail brake in there a little too much. So they're getting off the brakes a lot faster than I am. And then their minimum speed looks to be about 6 kilometers an hour faster than mine. And just that simple thing literally gains you 2.5 tenths right there. We're talking about the difference between peaking out at 76% brake pressure or 67% brake pressure, and then spiking a brake and then jumping right off of it, which is wild. They're not trailing in there. I guess they're really using that camber. That's crazy. So that's an opportunity for time. I do see this a lot in my traces. I don't know if you guys notice this in yours, but you get to like a speed, you know, the like lowest speed, and for some reason I just keep slowing down. Like I can't sense that like I've slowed down enough here. I've got enough rotation done. Maybe that's part of it too, actually. So the RPM's up. I actually turn the wheel harder than they do. I get all the way to 100 degrees, where they max out around like 85-ish. But they're turning more later into the corner. That's interesting. That's also why they're not able to get to the throttle as fast as I am and stay on it, because they're still turning the wheel, so they, you know, they can't just hammer it down. But I guess I could get it straight and hammer it faster because I was going so much slower. So much slower. 2.5 tenths of a second. All right. 10th here. I mean, not going to find much of this, but same situation. Oh, actually, they go lower than me. That's weird. That's not normal. And then I brake a little earlier than they do, or I guess slow down a little bit earlier than they do here, but not much. Interesting. Man, just lose so much time. So it's basically the, what is that corner called? The cutting. That's where I'm losing a lot of time. You can see the graph, you know, I'm about 2 tenths off of them right here, and then it just goes all the way down to almost 6 tenths just through those two. Or really because of that one corner. I lose my speed right there, and I just never recover all the way through this section. All the way through. It's crazy. I'm doing a little bit of a lift on that lap. That's so crazy. So I lift all the way down to like 50%. They don't. I still don't quite get that. I really don't quite understand that. Damn, man. There's such a huge gap. I mean, they're going 225. I'm going 218. Right at that lift point that we were talking about at the curb. Yeah, that's just a kick in the balls. I got to figure that out. That's crazy. Oh, wow. So they let off. Wait, what? Hold on. They've already let off. It's unfortunate that this crosses a boundary. You can see here the throttle. They let off way earlier across the top of the mountain than I do. So that's 3,200 meters. I don't let off until 3260. I'm literally full throttle 60 meters deeper than they are. That's wild. So my pace is faster through the first part, but I have to hit the brakes earlier. That is wild. So I'm hitting my brakes like right out of the gate because I'm basically just trying to keep control of the damn car. That's funny. So we have a pretty similar, at least, vibe on the brakes. This one initial stab, notwithstanding, of course. But at least here we're kind of in the same world. Go low, kind of in the same world. Then I was doing a little stab at the end. That is crazy. I mean, we're talking about 0.2 of a second, but it matters, man. It all matters. Damn. That's there. And then, yeah, fucking Forrest Gump's asshole. One corner, man. Yeah, I just get in there way too hot. And then I freaking slam the brakes. They get on the throttle a little bit faster than me and then literally just carry that speed gap all the way down there. That is crazy. Yeah, Forrest Gump's asshole, in case y'all didn't know. Book that one. So yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm just going too hot into Forrest Gump's asshole. And then I have to hit the brakes. A little too much. I'm actually getting on the throttle faster than them, but I'm not getting to 100% as fast as they are. A couple meters later. But again, of course, my minimum through Forrest Gump's asshole is about 89 kilometers. Theirs looks to be 90. Well, they do get down to like 92. I just get to mine earlier than they do. I mean, we're talking about a couple meters here, nothing crazy. Whew. That's crazy. That is crazy. But just that you literally lose it all the way down there. And then in this part, we're basically the same. I lose, 16 milliseconds. It's basically even. Fascinating. What do we take from this? I mean, I found a lot of time. I feel so much better about it. There's still time to find. I don't think I'm going to get down to a 2-minute flat. It'd be really cool to get somewhere close to that. I think we also learned that track temp has a lot to do with this. That's actually a really good point. Wait, let's go back. Let's see what his temperature was. I know it was definitely better than mine. Where you at, Ivan? Yeah, I mean, holy shit. His track temp was 18 degrees. 19 degrees. Mine was, well, it was 21. Is that the lap? Yeah, it is. I don't remember it ever being that low. I thought it was in the upper 20s. 36 liters. He did on 39. He did on a clean track. Mine's pretty clean, moderately low. Yeah, I don't know. That stuff matters. I don't think it matters that much. He has a lot more relative humidity than I do. That's funny. Also a 5K driver. I'm not sure what to take from that. I don't know that I would get, we're not talking about a second's difference here, but anyway. All right. I think that I'm going to call it for tonight. I know we're dwindling here, so I'm going to go ahead and call it for myself. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to keep poking around maybe a little bit. But yeah. Mike, appreciate you hanging, brother. And the tips, man. The feedback was certainly really useful. So I appreciate you doing that. So yeah. Yeah, later, buddy. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. I got a league race tomorrow night. So I plan to be streaming it. We'll be at Watkins Glen, Elbows Out Racing, and trying to wrangle that Merc, brother. I should probably be spending my time there, to be quite honest with you, but it is what it is. So anywho, thank y'all for hanging, being here, and I'll see you when I see you next time. Until then, peace out.